Alright, and we are back once again for round 4, trial 1, Misery versus Vice, with Misery surviving against Vice's killer, as we are going to be seeing the Wraith, Mr. Philip. Now, mind you, the random killer for this round is in fact the Nightmare, Mr. Freddy Krueger. However, looks like this killer here choosing to bring the Wraith instead, and Ada with the pre-drop, Wraith with the timed fake, a really well-timed fake, but looks like Ada will take a hit here unless there's a head-on. There is not, and looks like we once again do have the same build of Corrupt and Blood Favor here, which will block these pallets. Ada, though, trying to get to the vault in time and will successfully get it. Wraith kind of caught out here, and Blood Favor already ending, allowing the Ada to drop the pallet. Blood Favor knocking in a lot of value here, and looks like Wraith will recloak in front of the Ada for the quick kick and will make it to the next pallet. Once again, Survivor's doing a fantastic job. Ooh, that was a dangerous fake there by the Ada, but working out well for them as they are able to get to the next tile. Wraith trying to body block the Ada here, but Ada getting around in time and getting the stun to boot. These Survivors once again doing a fantastic job in chase. Ada, though, kind of caught out here at this filler tile. They don't have much. Maybe they could have made it to the vault, but did not. Wraith going for the break this time, though, and Ada making a mad dash as Ace will come in for the body block. Another gen popping off in the background, and Wraith with the body block attempt again, but here's what's interesting. Blood Favor was cleansed, which means that the Ada still has the pallet available to them. Wraith with the recloak. Ada going for the stun, but being just a little bit too greedy as they do end up going down through it. Quite the unfortunate situation, to say the least, but really well played there on the Survivors, who did get a gen, and I imagine more. There's two for that one chase. However, that there is a Scourge Choke, Pain, Resonance, regressing the most progressed gen by 25%, but I would be genuinely concerned if I am this Wraith, as they may have not gotten a lot of value from it. It's hard to say, and to be honest, I think the token still gets used even in the instance that a gen is at like 1%, even maybe 0. I'd actually have to double check. I've never really thought about that in the grand scheme of things. That being said, Ada will get unhooked. Ace kind of caught out here at the shrine, and looks like you do see the vault back into the Wraith. Ace going down, and I imagine we are going to see a heal up on the Ada and potentially a third gen popping off in the distance. That being said, this is the final round of the Swiss portion of our charity tournament. We do have the top 8 single elimination coming up next. So that will be single elimination for the top 8 of this standing bracket. We do see another stun here from the Fangman. Once again, fantastic job by these Survivors, making use of their resources. The Wraith is eating through them very quickly. But if you, the viewers and the players, want to influence the next round, which will be single elimination with the cut to top 8, now's the time to do it by donating either $5 to randomize the map or $25 to randomize the killer, who as of right now is the Nightmare himself, Mr. Freddy Krueger. That being said, Wraith dropping off the chase here, instead finding the Fangman working on this gen. A good firecracker there from the Fang and a fake from the Wraith. The question is, will she get the pallet in time? It looks like she will, and a fake there from the Wraith will allow for a hit here. Once again, no Blood Favor in the mix, as we will see Fang running towards a pallet and the shrine. However, Wraith with the insta-break will gain some distance here, though it looks like Fangman may have had light, as it did take them a little bit more time to get here. I do not believe there's a pallet here. In fact, there is basement here as well, though it may have only been Fangman's intention to drag the Wraith away from the active gens, which if that was the case, she did do successfully. However, we'll have to wait and see if it was worth it in the end, as we do see a boon here. Been a hot minute since we've seen those in comp, to say the least. But Ada here will end up getting caught up from the Wraith. We do see the vault down, and Ada will take a hit here for it, being a little bit aggressive with that vault. They probably could have waited a little bit longer, given Wraith was cloaked up. We do, however, see the unhook. And I want to mention, we're only 3 hooks in, so Survivor's still in a very good position, to say the least. And they have used 3 stacks of Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, leaving just 1. Which Survivor is fresh? I do not remember, but we'll have to wait and see. Fang doing a good fake there, using their scratch marks and blood to seem as if they went into Shack, and another slow vault there. But unfortunately for the Wraith, the Fangmen able to revault through them. And let's see here, we got a fake coming in, and looks like the 3rd gen is completed. 4 gens are completed. These Survivors absolutely playing out of their minds, as the Fangmen just going to continue to abuse this Wraith and the fact that they are not considered in chase. That being said, though, Fangmen realizing that they were out of options, taking the down here. However, I imagine these last 3 Survivors, in fact, do complete that 5th gen. However, you might see what I see, and that there, friends, is a haste status effect from Hex. No one escapes death, or no escape death? No one escapes death. No Ed. That being said, we do see the ace getting caught out here, and they will go down, revealing the Hex Totem to this Survivor team. The question is, will they be able to get out here? Keep in mind, there are a ton of perks available to these Survivors. We've already seen a totem, and we will see more. That being said, Wraith, concerned about their Hex, will go and see if a Survivor is on it, and sure enough, there is not. I thought the emblem or the charm was a Survivor. I think the Wraith did too. No sign of any of the Survivors. We do see the Survivor on hook, about to progress to death. This may have been what the Survivors were waiting for in order to get the unhook and the escape. But no, they just progressed to death instead. And we do hear a noise notification. Not exactly sure what it was. Looks like it was the Ada. These Survivors really caught out in the middle of nowhere from a game that was very strong, resulting in a potential 4K here for Vice's Killer. This could be an insane turnaround, to say the least. But no Survivor on the exit gate. 1 Survivor on the ground. No, it's still up and available. We'll have to wait and see what the result is. That being said, Ada is back up off the ground. Could be an unbreakable, could be something else. We do see her back on the exit gate, trying to open it up in time for the escape. They will open it, but not in time to escape via the exit gate themselves. Wraith, though, now forced to pick and hook, and hook a little bit further than I think they'd probably like here. The Ada might just get off their shoulder if the Wraith is not able to make a decision, as we do see 2 Survivors out the exit gate, and Ada will be sent back to campfire via the entity, resulting in a 2K8 hook here for Vice's Killer. So not a bad result here on Family Residence, to say the least. That being said, Misery now has a chance to reply with the Killer of their own. The question is, will they reply with a Wraith? All right, and we are back for round 4, Trial 2. Misery's Killer killing against Vice's Survivor team. And I'll be honest, I don't necessarily remember the win condition here. One of our refs will have to remind me of the exact number of hooks required in order for Misery to secure victory. That being said, a very fast down here on the Claudette from Xeno, paddling the Wraith here once again on the Family Residence. And we are going to see an early hook and an early Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. As right now we know of 2 perks, Scourge Hook and a good old Corrupt Intervention. That being said, Ace now in chase and will be pushed to the next tile. Wraith looking back at the unhook, seeing if they can go for the tunnel out. Ace, though, with the drop and leave, knowing full well that Wraith was going to go for the fake there. And with the new fast vault, Ace just narrowly avoiding that hit. That being said, Wraith, content with the chase, will drop it and go for the unhook, but not in time, as Adam will get the unhook. No 1-for-1 trade, but Claudette now in a bit of a unfortunate scenario, as we will see the BT hit incoming, and unless they have the exhaustion perk of all exhaustion perks, they are going to be caught out in the middle of nowhere at this filler tile. Claudette going to be W keying away, trying to get to another tile if at all possible, and looks like they're going to hold W here. Ace nearby, but not going for the body block. This could tell us that there's a decisive strike, and I think Claudette getting a little bit confused there of which railing they're able to vault over, as they just kind of ran straight into that broken railing. That being said, Vice able to get the first gen completed here, and Ace going to be getting away once again without taking a hit. So far, so good for these survivors, though. They are going to have a survivor on second stage. Wraith gonna be looking around in case there is a survivor with a flashlight, flashbang. I'm not sure what I mean. The Claudette has the flashlight. Maybe they're worried about a head-on play? It's hard to say for certain, but Claudette moving away from the locker, no head-on play in sight, and looks like Wraith will bring him back to this corner once again. And looks like we are going to be going off into the distance, but not before breaking some of these tiles that these survivors have dropped to reduce resources. And a little bit of progress on that gen nearby could be the Ace we did see on that gen earlier, though I imagine there are much safer gens around here that these survivors could be going off there. However, Ace, undeterred in the face of the Wraith, will go for the 1-for-1 exchange, as the second gen is now complete. Yeah, Misery's Wraith doing a fantastic job here managing these 1-for-1s. Keep in mind, Ace has not been hooked, so if there is a Scourge Hook Pain Resonance nearby, now's the time to use it to regress the most progressed gen by 25%. And there it is. There's the Scourge Hook. I want to say we still don't, or at least have not seen the last perk here from Xeno the Wraith. And looks like Adam will go down an attempt at the fake there, but the Wraith sensing it and will get the hook. Now, that might be renewal, that might be deliverance from the Ace. Only time will tell, depending on how long they stay broken and if they get healed. That being said, I think this is another Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. One remaining, and I think left for the Nia. And that will be that for Scourge Hook, leaving the Wraith with just 2 perks remaining. That being said, we don't know of either perk as of yet, and Claudette with a very cheeky hit there. Things could have gone much worse, but didn't. The Wraith getting a little bit turned around here, to say the least. That being said, Claudette will make it to the next tile, and looks like they will not drop the pallet. Keep in mind, this is actually a really strong tile, as Claudette also does have that vault there. Wraith seeing it too, but can Claudette make it back to the pallet in time? Wraith with the vault. There's a bamboozle. Even if they increase the vault speed, they will not be able to make it back. However, Claudette will not be able to revault it either, as we do see a 3rd gen being completed in the distance. And looks like Nia is nearby for what it's worth. Xeno with the whiff there at the pallet, and Bamboozle is up. However, Bloodlust 2 incoming, another whiff. The Claudette doing their best, and Adam coming in for the body block as well. Claudette will be able to make it, but the Wraith making it past the Adam. Very patient play there. Those survivors getting some gens completed all of the while. That being said, this will be the 5th hook here, and first survivor sent back to the campfire via the Entity. And looks like we are going to be going back to the gen on the far side. No gen regression except for this last Scourge Choke Pain Residence token. And looks like A's gonna play a dangerous game, getting the stun on the Wraith. However, looks like Adam trying to complete that gen underneath the Wraith's nose. And looks like they are going to continue to be in chase here at the shack. That being said, Ace trying to make it past, but not in time, as they will end up going down. Adam, though, potentially completing this 5th generator. We do see the 4th one going off. That was the Nia. Where's the Adam? The Wraith hooking right next to this gen, and there it is. There's the 5th generator. However, Noed coming into play. The haste status effect reveal it for us, the viewer. However, survivors unaware of it until this Adam goes down. We are right now 6 hooks in. I'm still not sure what the win condition is so far, but I will double check that. And let's see. I'm getting a response here from our refs who will let me know, as I did forget. Looks like the last result was a 2K8 hook. We are in a interesting spot here, folks. Noed's totem is in between these 2 hooks, a exit gate nearby, on top of which we do see the exit gate open up. Will this be enough? Hold on one second. It'll be 2 hooks just barely. It will be just barely for Misery walking away victorious here, as that is 7 hooks. That's a 3K7 hook there for Misery's killer Xeno, piloting the Wraith, which will result in Misery walking away victorious here in round number 4.